Did you hear the rumor about the butter?
I'm not going to spread it. Let's talk about getting a loan to buy a house, getting a mortgage. If you're paying cash for a house, don't bother watching this video. You don't need to. But for most people in the world, we've got to get a loan. We've got to get a mortgage to be able to buy the home that we want. So, steps that it takes. Believe it or not, in order to get a loan, you have to apply for a loan. Right? Mind blown. But what they're going to look at in your application, as you fill out the application, conversing with some loan officers in the industry, kind of 3 points that they gave me, the three big things that they were like, hey, if we had to narrow it down to three things, here's what we would tell people. Number one, your credit score. Right now, what are we today? We're December 22nd, 2020. Right now, the minimum requirement to get a loan for a credit score is 620. I've got lenders that will loan all the way down to 620 if you have a credit score. They recommend that you get up to 660. If you're at 620, your interest rate's going to be really high, okay? We can get you in a home if you want to do that. I don't want to just get you into a home. I want to set you up on a great path financially in the long run. So to do that, if it's going to take 6 months, a year to get your credit score up to 660, then that's what we need to do. We need to look at doing that. Obviously, if your credit score is higher, that's even better. You're going to get an even better interest rate. 720 and above, prime. If you can get up to a 720, you're going to be in great shape. You're going to get some of the best rates out there. What goes into a credit score? I know that's a super confusing topic, right? There's lots of things out there. You've got Lending Tree, you've got Credit Karma, these apps that you can look at and kind of monitor your credit score. If you really want to, you can actually go to the credit score people like TransUnion, Equifax, and take a look at those on their website and see what your scores are. But really, what goes into a credit score? They look at your trade lines, they look at the longevity of your accounts, and they look at how much balances you have. You know, what are your balances or your revolving debts, different things like that, right? So, lenders, mortgage companies, they're going to look at your credit score first. That's a huge, huge key, because if you don't meet the minimum criteria, they're not going to look at anything else and just send you on your way. That is something that they're going to look at if you fill out a loan application. They're going to ask for your social security number so that they can pull your credit and see if you qualify for a loan. Second thing that the lender is going to talk to you about, or that they're going to ask you in these credit applications, is for your down payment information. Do you have a down payment? How much of a down payment do you have? Where's that money going to come from? Are we going to pull it from a 401k? Or do we have it in a checking or a savings account? Are you able to pull it out of the stock market? All of those things they'll look at and they'll ask you. Right now, we do have zero down loan programs available if you qualify, based on your credit score, based on your income, based on if you've owned a home in the past, or if you're a first-time home buyer. We also have 3% down conventional loans right now and 3.5% down FHA loans. Now, when I say that, 3% and 3.5%, that is looking at the purchase price of the home and saying, okay, if you've got a $300,000 home that you're looking to buy, 3% of $300,000, $9,000, right? So $9,000 down payment. Depending on the purchase price of the home, it's going to depend on how much money you've got to bring to the table. The third thing that they're going to look at is your work history. Most lenders are going to want 2 years work history. They prefer that you're at the same job, right? But if you're not at the same job, at least in the same profession, the same field, right? So you could move from say you work for a cell phone company, you could move from like AT&T to Verizon or something like that, right? And they'd still count time at both jobs towards your 2-year history. If you're going to school, say you're going to school to become a dentist or a doctor or something, or whatever you're studying in school, and then you go from what you studied into that profession, then you're able to count your school time as work history as well in most circumstances. So that's really nice to know as well. I know, for instance, when we bought our first house, I didn't have enough work history in real estate to be able to buy the house. So my wife, who had just graduated from nursing school and been working as a nurse for 2 months, was able to count all of our nursing school as work history, and we were able to qualify and buy a home, buy our first house. So anyway, just a little tidbit there on getting a loan. If you have any more questions, please reach out to me. Like I said, buying a house, it really is it's such an independent process, right? We look at everybody's scenarios differently, and it's not like one glove fits all type thing, right? We've all got different work history. We've all got different down payment. We've all make different amounts of money. We all have different credit scores, but we can help you be able to qualify for these loans and apply for these loans so that you can get a mortgage if that's a goal that you have. If you want to be able to buy a home, whether you're buying your first home, trading up, trading down, whatever you're looking to do, we can help you with that and give you undivided, individual one-on-one attention and advice to help you accomplish your goals and be set for the long term.